they score. It's Marchand, the winner, and the Panthers walk out of here with 2 points.
For the 9th time in the last 16 games, the contest goes past regulation. On this night, though, the Wild have no Hockey Day magic. They lose to the two-time defending Stanley Cup champion, Florida Panthers, in OT. Welcome to the postgame show. Kevin Falness downstairs in the Bob Kurtz Radio Center. Upstairs in the Al Shaver press box, Tom Reid saw the Wild fall short. Tom, I thought there might be a little Hockey Day magic up their sleeve this time around, but nope, Brad Marchand squashed those hopes.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. I think out of the 19,103 people who were in this building watching it as fans, paying fans, most of them are disappointed in what happened here tonight. But you know what? It was a good hockey game. I mean, both teams had some good opportunities. Especially teams were working on both sides. And, of course, Boldy coming back in really helps. And certainly Marchand helped their team quite a bit, getting 2 goals in this hockey game, including the game-winning goal. But Minnesota controlled the puck in the overtime most of the time. They had good possession, but just couldn't find the back of the net.
Well, let's talk about a couple of the positive things from tonight. Kirill Kaprizov remains red hot, scores his 28th goal of the season. At the time, tied the game at 1, and at the time gave him the team lead in goals all by himself. Of course, that's answered shorthanded by Matt Boldy, who missed 4 games with a lower body injury, gets back in the lineup. Not only has a goal and assist, how about a shorty for number 12?
Yeah, that's his 3rd one of the year.
Of the year? Is it really?
I believe it is.
Wow. Yeah, so, but regardless, good to have him back in the line. Obviously, you want to have all your tools at your disposal. You get 2 guys back last game in Jules Eriksson and Marcus Johansson, and now Matt Boldy added back into the fold.
Yeah, and that's a big plus for Minnesota. You lose players of that stature to injuries, whatever may be the problem, but you want them back as soon as possible. And there's so many injuries right now this year because the compressed schedule, the way it's all pieced together, there's not a lot of time for these players to recuperate from any small injuries that could become big injuries if they're not taken care of right away. But that's just the nature of the beast here as they get ready for the Olympics coming up here. But Minnesota gets a point in this one, which is a big point. We'll find out what it means at the end of the season. But right now, Minnesota continues to get some points when they have to.
We, of course, love the job that we do on the radio. We think we do a pretty fine job, but you got to tip your hat to the folks on the television side. Man, every single year they outdo themselves. So, too, to the host communities. You said you were down in Hastings earlier today, yesterday, something like that?
I was down there yesterday. Shane Hudella, of course, who heads up United Heroes, put that whole thing together with the help of his staff down there. They did a tremendous job. I mean, it was really... It was really fun to go down there yesterday. It's just too bad that the weather wouldn't cooperate to the point that it was a little bit warmer. But that being the case, I mean, the sun was shining today. The kids had a great time. I mean, there's a lot of disappointment, but at the same time, it's a big deal for those communities to host the Hockey Day Minnesota, and we'll see what happens over the next few years and how they can match what happened in Hastings. It was pretty nice.
Yeah, hats off to everyone in Hastings, Shane Hudella in particular, and of course our friends on FanDuel Sports North. They do a great job today in particular. So great job to each and every one of them. So real quick before I let you go, the Wild, 3 out of a possible 4 points to open up the homestand. It continues now on Tuesday. They get a chance to decompress for a couple of days, and then they're back on home ice against the Chicago Blackhawks, Tom. I was looking. I know they're having kind of an up-and-down season. Playoffs probably not probable, but I've seen their last 4. They're riding a 4-game win streak on the road, and they've beat some pretty impressive teams like Washington, Carolina, Nashville, Dallas. That's all part of their 4-game win streak away from the United Center.
Yeah, they're getting better. There's no question about it. You look at them right now; they're in number 6 position in that Central Division, but they seem to be on the way up right now. The fact that they, winning against the big clubs you talk about tells you where they are, and it's a good barometer so often to find out where you are against some of the big teams. And when you beat them, and think, hey, we can do that too. And all of a sudden the confidence comes up a little bit more so. But Chicago, nice to see them on the upswing again in the National Hockey League.
All right, Tom, for the last time today, happy Hockey Day, Minnesota. We'll talk to you Tuesday.
Tuesday? Why Tuesday?
Because that's when the Wild play the Blackhawks, and you don't have to talk to me again before then.
Oh, good. All right. Goodbye, Kevin.
Tom Reid from the Al Shaver Press Box celebrating Hockey Day, Minnesota. Unfortunately, the Wild have to settle for a point now. In this one, they go 14-4-2 in Minnesota's special holiday. Today, they fall in overtime to the Florida Panthers. Quick break, and then inside the Wild locker room, plus John Hines. This is Wild Hockey, presented by Grand Casino.